No, not at all.
You want me to say, go, Cubs, go. Go, Cubs, go.
You can do whatever you want. So I'm streaming now. Alrighty, people. Let's get some Metal Gear Solid 5 action going on. No. Okay, I love you. All right, getting rid of that. I know that I am live. Okay. Texting my bro. Oh, it might help to get some lighting on myself, wouldn't it? Let's see what we got here. Okay. Got that guy and got this guy. Whoa. Okay. Right, need to call the chopper.
Please support helicopter
Roger.
requested. Clouds approaching.
And there it is, my run. Hey, what's up, John? Okay, I was actually playing for fun and all that stuff, but I haven't proceeded yet. Hold on, I need to turn this on. There, I can actually hear myself now, so now it doesn't seem like I'm screaming in the microphone.
This is
But
Pequod.
now,
Arriving shortly at LZ.
I need to leave Africa so that I can go back to Afghanistan so we can continue where we left off on our missions.
This is Pequod. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude. Departing.
Hey, John, is the broadcast okay? What's badass?
Please select a mission.
Alrighty. So I know we did this. Hero's Way. I know we did that, so the next one should actually be destroy the Soviet comms. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this might give me like an autocomplete or something like that. And if that's the case, then we'll have to go to the next one, which is over the fence. So we're going to go to C2W. Last time it gave me an autocomplete because I've already destroyed it before, but oh well. We'll just do this.
Mission accepted. Heading to Afghanistan.
Nope. Commencing Michigan. ASAP. Ah.
Boss, you need to disable the Soviets' reinforcement system by putting a hole in their base-to-base comms network. Head for the Eastern Communications Post and destroy its comms equipment. First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility.
I'm not sure if this is going to let me play it or not. Like to. Oh, it is. Awesome. Because last time it gave me an autocomplete and I didn't want that. Alright, as you know, I always like to be thrown into Afghanistan with just a water pistol and that's it.
Enemy press analysis complete. The map has been updated.
He actually looks pretty good.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Marker placed.
See him
Analysis
right there.
complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis
Sounds like we got a
complete.
truck coming. Yep.
Analysis complete.
Oh, that's a good guy too. I'll have to remember him. Alright, we got another individual right over here.
Marker
Hey John,
placed.
I'm gonna text this to Dad, because maybe he might want to watch this too. Hold on one second. Subscriptions. Linux River Rat. HIJKL. There we go. Share, copy link. Alright. Dad. Check this out. Paste. Alright, sent that to him. And I know that one of the bad guys went into that building. At least I heard it.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
On the ground.
All right. So now I got a rifle. This guy can give me some intel here.
Spit it out.
This guy's actually pretty decent.
Updated.
You gotta extract him.
Analysis complete.
Some kind of foot patrol guy there. It's clustered too much, too risky. Oh yeah, I believe so too, John. The idea of like a one-man army and all that stuff, that would totally be up Dad's alley, absolutely. Alright. I'm gonna go forego
Marker
that.
placed. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Alright.
Marker placed. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Man, that's some freaking heavy infantry there. Those are dudes that I don't want to mess with. Okay, I want to make sure that I'm not going to be running into a soldier around here.
Clouds approaching.
All right. Let's lure them.
Your destination.
Speak.
The map has been updated.
Alright, took that dude out. And he's actually a pretty good all-around soldier, so we're stealing him. We're going to turn this off. So I just do not like that. Took that guy out because Somehow that guy was able to see me.
Откуда сказать не могу! Прием! Это КП, понял. Все единицы. Будьте бдительны и найдите нарушителей. Конец связи. КП, это Зоя 4. Мне атаковали! Но мне не видно врага! Прием! Это КП, понял. Будьте начеку. Выкройте врага. Конец связи.
Analysis complete.
Got them going one way, so I can go the other way. And we're going to take out that generator.
Всем боевым группам, это КП. Вышел из строя целый ряд ламп. Похоже на проблемы с электроэнергией. Ближайший патруль. Проверите их питание.
Ooh, looks like we got a diamond here. $100,000 already. And let's see here. There's actually going to be a soldier to my right.
КП, здесь Дмитрий 3. Незаконченные
Всем.
поиски. Никто не обнаружен. Прием! Это КП, понял. Будьте наготове. Конец связи.
I love it when it does what I want it to.
Analysis complete. You have arrived at your destination.
Nope. This guy's got spirit, but nope.
КП, это Зоя 7. У нас труп. Противник где-то близко. Прием! Это КП, понял. Всем боевым группам проверить окрестности. Избавиться от чужака. Конец связи.
Okay.
You gotta extract him.
Apparently
Marker
there's a
placed.
soldier right in front of me over here. Or actually, I know what we should do. Take out the comms equipment.
КП, это Зоя 7. Привели на место. Начинаем осмотр территории. Прием! КП, понял. Смотрите в оба. Конец связи.
Caution. Sandstorm approaching.
КП, это Зоя 7. Подождали уничтожения системы питания. Найдены следы саботажа. Прием! Это КП, понял. Последующие потери неприемлемы. Держите ухо востро. Конец связи.
What I would like to get is a sniper rifle. Anyways, we're going to go right here. Take out the comms equipment with the water down.
Marker placed.
And it looks like we got our sandstorm to kind of hide our tracks here.
Destination. Analysis complete.
Take these guys out. And then we got here. Those guys are just racing through.
Clouds approaching.
And I'm just stealing these guys.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
You have arrived at your destination.
God, he's pretty good too. Getting a lot of good soldiers that I'm gonna recruit and all that. Trouble is, I'm looking for a
Marker placed.
He's coming too.
Analysis
Roger that.
complete.
sniper. So I need to get a rifle. Now these guys, they should be going back to their truck. Or are they just marching on? They're just marching on.
Marker placed. Marker placed. Analysis complete.
There's our sniper rifle.
Я не хочу умирать!
Is this guy worth anything? Nope. This gent is, though. Another sniper.
Outpost captured.
Get down.
Take him. Okay. So now that I've got that,
You gonna extract him?
I think I'm gonna head
Marker
to
placed.
border post. That's about 1 kilometer away here. Because eventually I'm going to run into that truck, and I want that truck.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
And also, whenever we see that truck, we'll be fairly close to the communication outpost that I need to take out. Yep, see it? gonna let that truck go right by.
Sun will rise momentarily.
Нет, не делай этого!
Get down.
Alright, so what we got here?
Talk.
Oh, this guy is
The
decent.
map has been updated.
Oh, yeah. Taking him. And we're gonna steal his truck.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Got a mortar.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Marker
Got a
placed.
guy right there.
Analysis complete.
Right there. Let's do this. Let's really cause a scene. Not seeing anything.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Marker placed.
Dude right there.
Analysis complete.
Hands up.
Guard post captured.
Talk.
The map has been updated.
We got prisoners. I may need to go back and save them. All right. First off, we got to take out some communications.
Marker placed. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. You have arrived at your destination.
Using the crack in the wall to climb up here. something I do know. Because I've been here. Oh, shoot. Dang wolves. Just go ahead and take care of these. Because I really don't want them.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. You have arrived at your destination.
Okay. So right now I got the night vision goggles on because I know that usually they like to put mines here. And that's something I do not want to step on. Guess no mines today.
You made it. First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility.
Enemy presence detected.
You don't have any explosives on you, do you? You'll either have to steal some from the enemy, or call in a supply drop from your iDroid.
The map has been
That antenna is one of the
updated.
targets. There should be more. Keep looking.
The map has been
That's
updated.
another one of the targets. Do you see any more?
Right over there.
The map has been
That looks like the target.
has been updated.
We know where all the antennas are now. Take out all three of them. How you do it is your call.
So this is why the water gun is the best weapon in all of Metal Gear.
Good. That's the first one. Destroy the remaining antennas. Nice. That's the second one. That wasn't the last of them, though. Keep going. Good work. You've completed your objective. Now get out of the hot zone.
Mission info has been updated.
Yeah, the only problem is that there's so many good stuff to steal.
Analysis complete.
Anyways, I can go ahead and just get the heck out of here. Let's go save those prisoners since I was made aware of them. If that's going to be an option, that's the thing I don't know. Nah, it doesn't look like it's going to be.
Extraction weather will clear shortly.
Alrighty. We'll just mosey on out of the hot zone.
Exfiltrated.
That's it. You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss. Mission complete, boss.
All right, on to the next episode. Okay, so let's see here. Missions. Mission list.
Please select a mission.
So that was C2W. Now it's over the fence.
Mission accepted. The map has been updated.
So basically, I'm gonna go
Marker
here.
placed.
then
Marker
there.
placed. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Okay. He would have been a good soldier, but he's a troublemaker, so didn't want him.
Analysis complete.
And we've only got 2 people. So I'm gonna rush this guy.
Подожди.
Alright, take him out. Then we make a run for it.
You gotta extract him.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Oh, hey, what's going on, Frog's Cat? How you doing? Sorry I didn't catch you there and all that. Got a little bit too into the game and all that stuff. I'm just messing around right now.
Marker placed.
How could I? Not getting your humor tonight, man. Sorry.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
I hear that truck. that truck coming my way, or is it?
Caution. Sandstorm approaching.
Nope. I'm sorry. Yeah, sick poop. Yeah, because they're unsanitary and all that stuff. And how could you pay more attention to what you are doing and not chat? I'm sorry, man. When you get into the, entranced into a stealth game, it's kind of hard to multitask. You know what I mean? Basically, I'm doing a kind of a replay of this game again, and trying to tie up any loose ends and all that stuff. Get further completion. Do I think I'll ever get 100%? No, but I know that I've gotten so much better. I'll never forget whenever I first started, to learn this game. It's kind of a bit. You know what I mean? It's not for the faint of heart.
Clouds approaching.
Okay, I can jump down there. Oops. Good thing that's empty.
The Soviet engineer is being held prisoner at the Waksin barracks. You need to find him and get him out. He tried to defect from the base camp up north, but it didn't work out. Now they're holding him at Waksin. He's offered his technical skills to us as long as we can guarantee his safety. You have to extract the target.
That's a bummer.
Boss, your target just happens to be the man who developed your prosthetic hand. And he's the only one capable of maintaining it. As we bring him in, I'm sure he'll be able to modify it in all kinds of ways as well.
Analysis complete.
That's a bummer here. I started a new mission and all that, and I had gone through the trouble of procuring a sniper rifle and all that. Only have it taken away from me. That kind of stinks. Alright, let's throw this over there.
The map has been updated.
Oh yeah, it's that, man, the first time I played this was actually on May 4th. I actually bought it on Steam because I found out that you can actually get it to work. Like, I'm actually playing this game on Linux, not Windows or Mac OS, but the other operating system. And what's cool is that on Steam it was like available for like $7.99, and I thought, God, I'm a big Metal Gear fan. Apparently it worked on the Steam database, the Proton database, which, that's what people like myself have to reference before we buy any kind of a game to make sure that it works in Linux. But apparently it got like a rating of gold, and yeah, this game is freaking awesome. Absolutely love it. Best $7. Uh-oh. That happens. Get caught.
Guard post captured.
Нет, не делай этого.
Spit it out.
The map has been updated.
Okay. Do we not have any ammo to get? All right, Waxine Barracks.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
I'm liking it. Seven point oh is a huge score for hundreds of hours of gameplay. We got several things going on here.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Take out the knee here. Just in case these are
complete.
useful people. Oh yeah, $7. Sorry about that. Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely a huge score and all that stuff. I mean, granted, I know it's an older game and all that, but it's like it's kind of one of those like trade-offs that I get with like Linux. Like I'm able to actually.
He's coming too.
I mean, how much does my operating system cost? It's absolutely free, you know, and it runs well on old hardware. And heck, actually, the machine that I'm actually doing everything on, playing the game and then playing the game and streaming and compositing everything and all that.
The Waxine Barracks.
My system is
The
actually like
Soviets
a.
consider him a traitor now, so he'll be treated like any other prisoner.
Oops. Looks like I hit a mine. Yep. Certainly did. Alright. But anyways, the deal is that with my computer and all that, I'm using a repurposed Dell Precision T7500, which with dual Intel Xeons, 48 gigs of RAM, a GTX 980 graphics card, and yeah, it runs. I mean, this thing flies. You know, I'm able to do video work with it, graphic editing and all that stuff. I mean, you know, and granted, am I a professional? No. Oh, and I do audio work too. I do a little bit of music and all that,
Analysis
which
complete.
one of these days I'm gonna actually stream. I thought someone got you with a rocket. Nah, it had to have been a mine. It had to be a mine. But yeah, it's, you know, it's an awesome thing that I don't have to
Analysis
pay for a
complete.
lot of that nonsense. Or you know, the thing that people have to pay for, like,
Analysis complete.
you know, just simple things like a backup solution and whatnot. Like some people, like, they back up their files and all that stuff. They have like special software. The way that I do it, I actually run a shell script within Linux to basically put everything in a the Linux equivalent of a zip file, a tar file. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't have a sniper rifle because it was taken away. So we start picking off people here. Now, something that's interesting is that Linux, I think, is kind of leading the way, because I know that Windows 10 now, basically, even an unactivated version of Windows 10 is actually free. Oh no, I love questions, you know, especially when it comes to Linux. So the big thing I would say on Linux is this: if you're going to start using it, I'd always recommend, like, running it on a laptop, like a cheap laptop off eBay, like some like shitty Core i5 that costs like,
You have arrived at your destination.
you know, $100 or something like that, and run something like Ubuntu, which kind of basically sets everything up for you. And then, yeah, then just from there, I mean, you know, you never ever want to run Linux whenever you're starting out. Don't run it on something you already have, because then you'll have kind of like regret or something like that. But if you run it like on a crappy i5, like 3rd generation, 4th generation i5, it's going to scream. Like, you'll...
Я не хочу умирать!
Here's my sniper rifle.
Lie down.
Boss, get down.
Ah!
Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to see. Boss, that's a serious injury. It won't heal on its own. You'll need to treat it with first aid. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Alright, that's fine.
Мы должны удержать эту позицию!
Oh, I've never been to this part before. Yeah, so if you're going to do that, you know, if anybody, like I always tell people, if you're going to run Linux and all that, do not run it on your modern stuff or whatever, like the stuff that you own. Always run it on like a
Your destination.
crappy laptop that you buy off eBay or something like that for like $100, $150 and no more, so that way you can learn and all that. Yeah, this is a pretty new game to me too. Alright. Not a find out where the heck everybody's at. You're done.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
Всем постав! Это командир! Внешняя радиосвязь вышла из строя! Мы не можем вызвать подкрепление с других аванпостов! Окопайтесь и удержите позиции своими силами! Конец связи! КП-1, потерял противника. Ищу последние точки соприкосновения. Прием. Это КП, понял. Будьте очень внимательны. Реагируйте на каждое движение. Конец связи. Сюда! Всем постав! Это командир! Внешняя радиосвязь вышла из строя! Мы не можем вызвать подкрепление с других аванпостов! Окопайтесь и удержите позиции своими силами! Конец связи!
I see you.
КП, это Дмитрий 3! Потерял визуальный контакт!
Analysis complete.
Run mods of this game? No, I haven't yet. The one mod, because I am a retro guy, like as you were saying and all that, the one mod I would love to do. So I'm a big fan of Super Mario Brothers 2, and I know that there is a mod out there called Return to Subcon that I love to play. So steal this. Forgot what is the mission here. Those guys are all over there.
Это КП, понял. Обыщите каждый угол. Они где-то здесь. Конец связи. Штаб, это КП. По нам велся огонь. Открыли огонь в ответ. Но потеряли врага. Враг может все еще прятаться поблизости. Соблюдайте осторожность.
Some kind of a rat.
Штаб, это КП. Ответьте. Штаб, ответьте. Штаб, это КП. Штаб, прием.
Oh yeah, I loved it. Absolutely love Mario 2. Goodness gracious, a lot of diamonds in this episode here. Yeah, absolutely. Excellent game. Absolutely excellent game. But somebody did like a modification of it called Return to Subcon, and it's like an impossible, like near impossible to play, like modification of Super Mario Brothers 2. But the people, the gamers, it's just amazing how like crazy people are dedicated. And I mean, I'm one of those people. Like, I'm a really good Galaga player, and you know, for like on my tournament, or on my tournament where it's 5 ships only on the hardest rank, I think I've gotten like 3.477 million. So you know, quite honestly, like, it's amazing like what gamers will do to dedicate themselves to like a particular game. I mean, it's phenomenal, actually. I know that there's going to be people over here. Or I thought there would be. Oh, I see him.
Что за...
No, I don't. World record holder for Galaga overall is a guy by the name of Jordan Dorrington of Cedar... Is it Cedar Rapids, Iowa, or something like that? I know he's from Iowa. But yeah, the overall world record holder for marathon and for tournament is Jordan Dorrington. Now on main, which is what I play, because like you know, we're talking about overall world record holders. Now on main, the world record holder for everything, for both tournament and marathon, is actually a guy by the name of Stephen Krogman, who was formerly the marathon world record holder from the overall marathon world record holder from 1989 to I think about 2018, when Armando Gonzalez broke that record.
Стоп! Это КП. Понадеялся огонь. Открыли огонь в ответ, но потеряли врага. Враг может все еще прятаться поблизости. Соблюдайте осторожность.
It's I can tell you this much, Fogscat, that for myself, like, getting into that, you know, that mode, because it's like
you entered a building. Always keep an escape route in mind when you head indoors.
Playing
If you get surrounded, you'll have nowhere to run.
Playing Galaga like that, like, it's hard. I mean, it's hard to get into that.
Some will sit shortly.
How do I explain it? It's extremely, like, difficult to maintain concentration and all that. Like, seriously, most of the time, if I'm going for like a serious run, I'm actually going to turn off the. There you are. Most of the time, whenever I'm going for a serious, some type of sniper rifle. Okay. Yeah, it's like a trance. The zone, whatever you want to talk about it, and all that stuff. Usually, what I usually do is, so that there's not any kind of a distraction, I actually like listen to speed metal or what's called European power metal to actually get my mind in the zone, so to speak.
Analysis.
Oh, this guy is decent.
Всем боевым группам, это КП. Мы вступили с вас с противником. Все боевые единицы, приготовиться к бою.
He's coming too. Roger that.
But yeah,
Всем
definitely not the world record holder for Galaga. I think right now overall for a tournament, I think I'm like 9th. And like as of late, goodness, there's like so many great Galaga players. I mean, that just come out of the woodwork, and like all the stuff that was done back in the 80s. Like now,
Analysis complete.
well, that's another good guy too. Basically, like the skill level is night and day compared to what was in the 80s to present day. And I think partly that is that, you know, you got people that have just way more. Shoot. Ah! Unbelievable.
Snake, are you okay? Snake!
No, not really, because I'm not that good. You know what I mean? So, oh, that was stupid. Very stupid, actually. Alright.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been
That's the
updated.
Luxin barracks.
What,
Target is
Galaga's
somewhere
more
inside
available
that outpost.
worldwide?
The Soviets consider him a traitor now, so he'll be treated like any other prisoner.
But if that's what you're meaning, Galaga's more available worldwide, you know, the answer is yes. You got a lot of people that own their own machines. They, you know, they play on MAME, and I mean, the thing is that it's crazy. It's like, it's night and day as far as like the skill level and all that, just because of the fact that you got people that are got more time devoted towards the game.
КП, это Зоя 7. У нас выстрелили. Источник неизвестен. Прием!
No, I've never tried to go no kill, no death, and all that stuff.
У нас могут быть нарушители. Конец связи.
Probably just should have started with this early on.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
There's my sniper rifle. Yeah, definitely all games. I mean, heck,
Boss, get down. The enemy sniper. Stay low and crawl along the ground.
I mean, heck, like, you know, I've done well in Burger Time and all that. I know I'm up there as far as, you know, getting a score of 5.2 million on Burger Time. I mean, you know, and the reason why is just because of the fact that I was able to practice, you know? I mean, that's all that it is. I mean, I can tell you this much, you know, with like the people that are speed running like Super Mario Brothers and all that, and the people who are like attempt no death runs on Broaderland is pretty cool. Okay. But yeah, that's just the thing, Fox Guide, is that just the people have had more time to study, analyze the games, and I know that, you know, the type of people like myself that were playing back in 1989, say like Super Mario Brothers and all that, you know, there was a stress level when you're playing it at 7 or 8 years old that as an adult you don't have, you know what I mean? You know, people don't realize that. People really don't realize how repetitive and like how these games are predictable, especially like something like Galaga, you know.
Каприте, Зоя 2. Не вижу движения противника. Похоже, обстрел успешный. Прием!
Cool.
Это КП, понял. Немедленно все осмотрите. Конец связи.
Нет, не делай этого!
This guy's actually pretty decent. Yeah, Burger Time, I mean, once you figure out the patterns, it becomes an easy game, but where I find it interesting is whenever a pattern doesn't go the way that you think it's going to go. And that's something that always affects me if I try to go for like any kind of like run or anything like that. Oh, it's like they knew I was over there.
Analysis.
What are we dealing with here?
Clouds approaching.
Yes, on Galaga, enemies pretty much spawn in the same place and all that. I mean, all it is with Galaga, it's just 3 waves. 3 waves that you have to remember. That's all that you have to do. Pretty much, let me put it this way. If you,
Analysis complete.
let me put it this way on Galaga. If you can get past the first 31 stages on the hardest rank, you're basically at max difficulty as far as the different like possible waves and all that stuff. Like if you get past rank 31 or stage 31 on the hardest rank, you can. It's just a matter of you have the skills, you know, which usually I think about 31 stage 31 on average. Most players are at about 350,000 points, but basically if you get to that point where you can actually get past stage 31, you have the skills to basically be on the same level as like someone like Jordan Dorrington, and that's no joke. No joke whatsoever. Actually, this is perfect. About there. All right. Take up the skies.
location. Analysis complete.
But anyways, as I was saying, Foxcat, sorry if I was getting a little bit entranced in the game there. Yeah, you know, if you got the skills to get past stage 31, then you've got the skills to literally go on a run. It's just a matter of how much time you want to focus on it. You know, I think what's going to happen is that eventually, kind of like the mark of a good Galaga player, like a phenomenal Galaga player, is a Galaga player that's able to get like is able to get 1,000,000 points on 5 lives. Like right now, I kind of consider that like kind of like the hallmark of the good Galaga player. You know, like I actually beyond good, but a great Galaga player. But eventually, though, because that's becoming that particular, how do you put it? That particular accomplishment is eventually, I mean, it's becoming more commonplace. I mean, we've got several people that are above 4 million points on 5-man, like several people. You know, in fact, actually, I think there was one guy, he's a kid, like teenager or whatever, that recently got it this past year. So, you know, what's happening is that the great players, they're eventually going to become good, and I mean, it's just a matter of how bad do you want it, so to speak.
Boss, you've entered a building. Always keep an escape route in mind when you head indoors. If you get surrounded, you'll have nowhere to run.
A lot of gear to steal here. This is good. All right.
Analysis complete.
Is that him? Take a good look at their faces so we can ID the targets. There. That's the target.
Play this one. I'll sometimes play Burger Time. Sometimes I'll play Galaga. I'm actually a world record holder on pole position, believe it or not, for...
Target extraction confirmed. Your objective's complete. Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land.
Like, actually, I have a world record on pole position on MAME. On MAME, I have to make that very clear, not on arcade. And then also I have a world record. It's pending approval, but it's legit. World record on pole position 2. No, pole position on MAME. Basically like the arcade port of... the arcade port on, you know, main stimulation, so to speak. Actually, you want to know something? When in doubt, blow it up. And I'm actually interested. Extracted prisoner plotting to escape from Waksim barracks. Okay, so I've already been here before. I'm not sure if pole position was on Atari, but no. What I played was like the same... I played the same way... pole position the same way that I play Galaga, which is via an emulator. Specifically, I play it on Wolfmane. So that way that people can tell that it's legit. My gameplay is legit, so to speak. Because Wolfmane is... doesn't allow for cheating. So I imagine that the prisoner is probably in one of those buildings. Over there. Oh, really? Cool. Deadly Disc of Tron. Now that was a fun game. Okay. Oh, I got a blueprint. Awesome. They can't call it the Amiga. There already was an Amiga. It was called the, it was a thing by Commodore. Where's the prisoner that was looking to escape Waksin Barracks? Yeah, it'd be kind of bizarre to call it the Amiga because there already was an Amiga.
Analysis complete.
But you want to know something? Out of all, no.
The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Caution, sandstorm approaching.
Speak. Where are your friends?
The map has been
Spit
updated.
it out. Spit it out.
This guy's actually decent as far as the fighter goes. Dang it, I can't find the frickin'...
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Just have to watch it. Oh, it's Amico, okay. That's cool, though. I mean, that actually makes me really happy that, you know, still to this day that there's still interest in, like, that, you know, that particular system, because that was an awesome...
You have arrived.
Like, I remember owning one of those back in the day, back whenever I was, like, really young, like 4 or 5, you know, really young. Well, actually 3 or 4, actually. Whenever those were brand new back in the 80s, or fairly new. Actually, we have the Intellivision too. Not the first Intellivision. Let's see here.
Clouds approaching.
Well, I think it's time to call it. Let's start stealing stuff here. Yeah, we got a guy out here by his lonesome. That's awesome. That is really, really cool.
Talk. On the ground.
Well, I guess
Map has been updated.
that really stinks. I was hoping to find something. Oh well. I guess let's pick this apart and all that and then get going. Me too. I would like to own one of those old systems and all that. I mean, I know that sounds kind of lame and all that, but I actually have a... I've actually hacked the Raspberry Pi with like all the classic games, with all the Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, some Nintendo 64, some PlayStation 1. And actually, on my computer, I've actually hacked a... oh, what is it? Oh, good. Got a bunch of things that I can steal here. Actually, I've hacked a Sega Dreamcast actually work. Now, the funny thing is this: the Dreamcast I've gotten to work, but the Saturn, which there are a couple of games on the Saturn I like to play, but those aren't available. Or I should say, they haven't gotten Sega Saturn emulation worked out too well. Eventually they will, but give enough people time and all that good stuff. Ugh, how many game? Oh, Frog's got $300 for this Amico thing. How many games are going to be on it? Okay, so get out of the hot zone here.
Please select a support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
We'll go back to because the thing is, I mean, I'm not trying to condone piracy here and all that, but that, you know, $300 for that system playing those old games. I mean, thing is this, that you can actually build a Raspberry Pi and download all those games and all this stuff. Not that I'm advocating for that, but you can technically do that and put that on a Raspberry Pi that hooks up to a TV via an HDMI cable. So that's what I'd like to know is that... Yeah, I agree. They are taking a huge risk by doing it. Because it begs the question of, will anybody buy it? So I totally get that. Let's see here.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Oh, they're going to have actually new, like, program games?
Support helicopter has arrived.
Now that's interesting. That is interesting. That's absolutely interesting because, geez, I guess I can't find that dang...
Support helicopter has arrived.
All right. It's time to skedaddle.
Gaining altitude.
Well, that's going to be the interesting thing. That's something that I would be interested in. Is the, you know, what are we talking about here? You know, because you know, doing something like that, I would actually be interested in seeing what the, you know, what an actual ROM is going to look like and all that. So, you know, I'd find that actually
Extraction
extremely
arrived
interesting.
at Mother Base.
But anyways, okay, no, that's interesting. You know, because if you're talking about getting an actually new game, you know, that's really cool. I don't know if I'd want to do that. So, I mean, the thing is this, here's my worry about investing into something like that. Let's say that they do put up the, you know, they do make that product, they deliver and all, you know, they do.
The engineer we rescued has been extremely cooperative. The guys on the R&D team are glad to have him aboard. Thing is, his specialty isn't mechanics, but something called bionics, engineering based on biology. He's already submitted a proposal for modifying your prosthetic arm. If you're interested, go ahead and give the development order.
Well, anyways, what I was going to say, Frog Scat, kind of the thing that I'd be worried about is this. You invest into something that here's a couple of things that I already know. Number one, they've already got the emulator for, and I'm going to go ahead and escape out of this and all that, because I think I'm done for the night. But, like, the thing is that we've already got emulators for you know, we already have emulators for the Intellivision and all that. The games are ridiculously small in size, so you can download the entire library no problem. I'm sure it's available on the Pirate Bay or something like that. You know, something of that nature where you can easily get it from there. Not that I condone that. I don't. You know, I'm not really a big fan of piracy. And yes, I do own ROMs of Galaga and Burger Time and all that. But the thing is, though, is that I would be worried with this system, you know, because, you know, if I was to build something, I mean, you're basically, you know, you've already, let me put it this way. It doesn't take anything to actually run the, an emulator, like an emulator for Atari, an emulator for the Atari 2600, an emulator for Intellivision. Like, those systems are actually very much, well, they don't require that much as far as processing power goes. So you could probably get away with building like a machine, like a Raspberry Pi Zero or something like that, like a cheap Raspberry Pi, put it all together and whatnot for easily, you know, just for the board itself. I mean, my goodness, you know, let me take a look here. Hold on. Here we got that. We're going to take a look here because I'm not even sure what the cost of a Raspberry Pi Zero is on Amazon. Let's see here. Amazon.com. Raspberry Pi, because that's what exactly I would use, is a Raspberry Pi Zero. So for a starter kit here on Amazon, so taking a look at this here, and let me go ahead and add the chat here so that I can see what you're saying and all that. Oh, I really can't see that. My apologies. Yeah, I think it's cool that somebody's doing it too. Absolutely. But like looking at this here, you know, looking at this here, I see here that this Raspberry Pi Zero kit, you know, it comes with apparently a micro HD card, so 16 gigabytes, which is more than enough to hold the, I actually know that that's more than enough to hold the entire library of Super Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, what else? Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and the NES. I know it can hold the entire library of that, and you would still have some memory left over. Here you have a case for it, power supply, all that stuff. All you would need is to actually include a all you would need to include is actually the a controller or something like that. And looking at this here, from what I can tell, this looks like it goes to like some type of micro USB to regular USB-A or something like that. But the thing is that I do know that this thing right here could easily, you know, strip it down, run like a stripped down version of RetroPie and whatnot, and you can pretty much run like your Nintendo, Super Nintendo, all that good stuff on there. So, and you're talking about $33 right there. So, you know, that's kind of like where I'm thinking. Yeah, Raspberry Pis, they're awesome. I might actually try to demonstrate those one time here and all that. I have to actually get a capture card so that I can show people exactly what it is that it does, you know, like actually play the game. Like, imagine this. Imagine something about the size of a deck of cards here, and I'll show you exactly the... now, you have to program it. You know, you have to actually load the operating system on. So I'll show you the one that I recommend as far as that goes. So hold on there. Hold on here. Actually, let me move that down there. Okay. So Amazon.com. Okay. Raspberry Pi 4. And we want the 4 gigabyte one. They actually have an 8 gigabyte one, but I think it's kind of a little bit ridiculous. So like right here, I always get the Cana kit here. This is the one that I actually get here, because I've built this for like my brother, my father. I always get the 4 gig one here. So this right here, for basically $83 US, you know, you get the case here, you get the fan that you put over, you get some heat sinks, you get a power supply, and you get micro HDMI to regular HDMI, and you can hook this up to any TV. And with this here, I'll just show you some of the things that it's got here. On the front, it's got 4 USBs, so you can easily put like 4 controllers. I actually recommend the iBuffalo controllers. They're basically like a knockoff of the Super Nintendo controller, but you know, that's the deal. But anyways, like with that, yeah, man, thanks for chatting. So fucking cool. Oh my gosh. Oh, no problem, man. No problem. I love chatting and all that. So the deal is that with like a retro, you know, the Raspberry Pi and whatnot, now you've got to get the operating system set up onto it and all that. You know, you get like a you know, an SD card, but once you know, get the RetroPie the RetroPie operating system onto the Raspberry Pi 4, yeah, you can easily download the emulator for the Nintendo. Actually, it's already set up for the Nintendo, for the Sega Genesis, for the Super Nintendo. You can actually load on Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis ROMs, all those things onto this miniature computer, and this miniature computer, and it plays it near native. You know what I mean? So like, you know, like whenever I saw people buying like the miniature like NES consoles, the miniature NES consoles, the Sega consoles, the Super Nintendo, it's like, you know, that's cool. Don't get me wrong. I think it's cool that they are doing that. But the thing is that even Nintendo doing that, like the technology is so far ahead that people don't realize that, heck, that Raspberry Pi 4, the 4 gigabyte one, that actually plays PS1 games better. No, not at all. For the PlayStation 1, man, for Frogscat, for the PlayStation 1, believe it or not, the I would say that, you know, like, especially I noticed it with like Battle Arena Toshinden, or however you pronounce it, like games like that, they actually ran perfect. Like, you know, no lag. There was always a lagginess that I noticed with like the regular PlayStation 1, but, you know, because of the fact that these chips, even though they're like cell phone chips, these chips are much more powerful than the hardware from 25. Dreamcast is almost there. So I've done this. I've actually hacked the Dreamcast onto Raspberry Pi. I would say it runs at about 60% speed. It's almost there. Give it a couple of generations and it will be there. I do know that those teams are making headway to try to make the emulation more efficient on those systems, but it is almost there. Saturn, deal with Saturn is this. The reason why it's a weird thing. It's like Dreamcast emulation is much further along than Saturn emulation, just because of the fact that Sega, for whatever reason, they were doing weird stuff as far as like copy protection when it came to the Saturn system. And plus the Saturn system itself was actually a pain to actually program. And as a result of that, it being a pain to program, my understanding is that because of that, you know, they didn't have as many third-party developers developing for it. And because it was a pain to program, I think that's translated to it's been a pain to actually emulate. But, you know, you give hackers enough time and all that, they will figure it out. But the Dreamcast, though, no, I've actually gotten the Dreamcast to actually run on a Raspberry Pi 4. I would say it runs at about 60% of the speed. It's brutal. I don't recommend it. And because, you know, for me, you know, the one game that I would love to play the most, absolutely love playing, because it was more arcade-ish when it came to its style of football. Not Blitz, but NFL 2K1 and NFL 2K2. I really liked that version of the NFL, and being able to play that, it was, you know, absolutely awesome. So hold on one second. Okay, good. But yeah, it's you know, the Raspberry Pi 4, imagine a miniature computer that's about the size of a deck of cards, okay? Size of a deck of cards, and it's able to run Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, PlayStation 1 games, pretty at excellent speeds, like, in fact, actually faster than the actual PlayStation. I've noticed that because you don't really have problems with load times. I have gotten it to play like Sierra Online point and click adventure games. I've gotten it to do that. Yeah, it is a beautiful thing. Yeah, you're talking about for $83. You know, I built one for my brother. He absolutely loves it. Oh, and of course, and you can actually put arcade games on it. You can actually run MAME on it. And in fact, my goal is one of these days I'd like to get an arcade cabinet, a beat up arcade cabinet, and basically make a MAME machine out of it using a Raspberry Pi 4, and, you know, or any type of Raspberry Pi. But the thing is that it's gotten so better, like that technology and all that, like people don't realize, you know, like our cell phones, people don't realize that these cell phones and all that stuff, the type of chips that they have on them, people have no idea how freaking powerful they are. To basically be able to do work and all that, you know, to be able to do things like process like games, you know, computer games and all that. And that's exactly what the Raspberry Pi Foundation has done, is that, you know, originally their goal wasn't to make like emulators. That wasn't the Raspberry Pi Foundation's goal. The goal was to teach kids how to program simple computers. Well, the problem is that whenever they got this computer out there that was pretty much open and people knew how it worked, well, hackers are like, well, wait a minute, these things are actually pretty powerful and they can run the old school games. So they started coding, you know, their software to run the old games, and that's exactly what they did. So, you know, going back to what we were talking about with like the Intellivision, honestly, my worry is that if I was to be like, would I be an investor? The short answer is no, I wouldn't be, because I know what people are capable of doing. You know, more than likely, this machine is going to be it could be probably a stripped down like Raspberry Pi 4 or Raspberry Pi 3B Plus or something like that. If that's the case, then it's going to be very easy to get in and take the ROMs off of the emulator, take the ROMs off of the actual device, and then copy them, port them over. Yeah, I'm going to say this much. I would recommend not doing it, because the fact is that, you know, if it was something like Nintendo, like an NES or something like that, that had a lot more popularity than the Intellivision. And I love the Intellivision, but you know, the deal is this, what I'm worried is that even with like the new games, because I am interested in the new games, but something tells me that somebody's going to take one of those things apart, find out how it works, scrape off the games. Oh yeah, sure. Yeah. They'll take off the games and whatnot, and even like the new games and all that, they're probably going to release them, you know, out to wherever or whatever, so that people can download them and all that, like Emu Paradise or wherever, you know. So, you know, personally, I mean, I'm not, because of the fact that I know that you can do that and people, you know, are capable of doing something like that, I personally wouldn't invest in all that. So it'd be a big risk, but, you know, totally get it and all that. But anyways, well, oops, sorry about that. Well, anyways, Frogscat, I'm going to jump off here. It was nice talking to you and all that stuff. I've been on this for about an hour and a half, so you take it easy. You have a good night, all right? Signing off.